Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Xinfin Network, aka XDC. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So Anders is quoting this tweet and saying XDC because Blockworks recently just announced this. The UK government wants to go paperless, possibly with the help of blockchain. And we do see the Digital Container Shipping Association estimates that if 50% of the container shipping industry adopted electronic bills of lading, the collective global savings would be around $4 billion per year. The International Chamber of Commerce, interesting name, the ICC, estimates that small and medium businesses could see a 13% increase in international business if trade is digitized. Oh, and I'd love to see these people over here talking about ADA and how ADA is going to be the project that's working on these issues. There is no other project in this space focused on the trade finance area other than Xinfin. We have talked about this time and time again in the past. Pay attention to what Xinfin is doing. It is probably one of the most confusing projects out there to most. Like 99% of the community does not understand what Xinfin is doing and how it works. And I think that the proof of that was in the FUD going back a few months back where we did see the traded token fully announced. It's comical. That's how early we are on this in this space and on these tokens like XDC. What do you see elsewhere? The World Economic Forum has found that digitizing trade documents could potentially reduce global carbon emissions from logistics by as much as 12%. Electronic trade documents also increase security and compliance by making it easier to trace records, for instance, through the use of blockchain and DLT. Absolutely insane. And why wouldn't they move towards digitized documents? Think about it. These banks, first off, these major banks and financial institutions are in rough water right now. Globally, we are in I would argue that we're in essentially an economic meltdown. But again, how are these banks going to survive? They have to cut costs everywhere they could. This would be a big area for them. Not only that, but also think about sustainability. Like, for example, the World Economic Forum focused on global carbon emissions. This could drop it by 12%. This is huge. And then also over here from CryptoNerd D, shout out to CryptoNerd D, XDC MLATR. Today, the Electronic Trade Documents Bill enters the UK Parliament and begins its journey through the legislative process by mid-2023. There will be no requirement in English law for any commercial trade documents to be handled in paper form. What do you see down here? Electronic Trade Documents Bill. This is from ICC United Kingdom. This is a game-changing moment for the world trade, as so much of global trade operates on English law. This piece of legislation will put rocket boosters under the drive to remove paper and finally bring the global trading system into the 21st century. Get ready to go digital. And over here, bills of lading, bills of exchange, promissory notes, and the like can all be handled in digital form. XDC Network, World Trade. And we do see also down here, this deserves a lot more attention than it is likely to get, despite our collective best efforts. ICC is trying to get the news out on digital trade, but not much attention. And here you guys have it. This news is monumental. Thanks, Alan. Unsurprisingly, I couldn't agree more. This deserves a lot more attention than it is likely to get, despite our collective best efforts. And yeah, again, a lot of people just don't care. You know, it's comical. Like, a lot of people are just not realizing. Like, we do see down here from Utility Theory, massive day. Big cheers to you, fellow trade digitization researcher D. And yeah, I mean, like, everything. Like, this is a historical moment in time. And we do see over here, like, the XDC Electronic Trade Documents Bill enters the UK Parliament. One for the history books, a moment that changed the way we trade. Listen closely to this. It's 31 seconds long.
My lords, we now come to a first reading. The Lord Privy Seal.
My Lords, I beg to introduce a bill to make provision about electronic trade documents and for connected purposes. I beg to move that this bill be now read a first time.
The question is that this bill be now read a first time. As many of that opinion will say content. Contrary, not content, the contents have it.
And I'm telling you guys, right now, things are moving so fast around digitization. Everything in terms of this market, XDC, XLM, XRP, Algorand, I mean, it's insane how fast these tokens have been expanding. And I'm not talking about how the tokens themselves are expanding, but their respective use cases centered on DLT, and we all know the major industries and what tokens belong in which category. XDC, Xinfin has been focused on trade document digitization, for a while. And this is a big focus area for me because this definitely is a historical moment in time. And if you are an XDC holder right now, you are saying, wow, this is huge, because this is what I have been warning you all about in terms of XDC. Things are going to move from here on out in a very accelerated way of going about things in terms of revolutionizing this entire system. And we do see over here from the ICC as well. I shared this with you guys back in September, and this says the digitization of trade is inevitable. The only question is, how can we do it universally? Through MLETR. This is the big one, right? In 2021, 16 million bills of lading were issued. Less than 1% were electronic. My answer, we need global jurisdictions to harmonize legislation and frameworks to accept a common standard across the world. This is why this is such a huge focus point, because MLETR is the biggest move. And we do see down here, otherwise the system will remain fragmented and siloed. Shout out to utility theory for this. Digital documents may be valid in one jurisdiction, but not the next. And yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting area to focus on. I'm telling you guys, MLETR is going to be the big one around this. He has a ton of threads on this, but we do see we need to update English law and get government/standard setters to adopt, well, this is UNCITRAL. We always called it UNCITRAL. Usually that's how you kind of pronounce it, but also MLETR framework to validate electronic transfer records, EBL, DPN, ETRs, etc. So all jurisdictions can accept electronic equivalents. We need to put an end to the 28.5 billion paper documents. And here you guys have the full-on discussion around this. I mean, like, this is a huge area of focus. I'm telling you guys, like, this is why we do see fragmented global systems. This is why everything around these systems is a rough area. And also, by the way, we do see down here, it also supports the ambition of the Commonwealth connectivity agenda to increase the intra-Commonwealth trade to $2 trillion by 2030. So it's pretty big. And we also do see down here, involves up to 27 documents, 9 of which, this is a typical trade transaction, by the way, 9 of which relate to the transfer of possession, can cost $80,000 per transaction and take up to 2 to 3 days. This is insane to me. And here you guys have problems with paper in the global system, 28.5 billion trade documents a year, which increases the cost for every global citizen that pays for shipping and global trade. What do you think? Time for an upgrade. 100%. This entire system needs to be fully digitized, and it's happening so fast. And in fact, we also did see Andre Casterman, this is with ICC Academy, as we progress on a series of digital transformations in trade finance, ICC Academy launches a new course that is most needed as trade experts and practitioners need to expand their skills and certifications. In this brand new CDTS, I'm covering and then it kind of cuts off there. I don't have, I'm not signed in on LinkedIn on this new PC, so I do apologize, but I will say this. This is just a standardization around trade finance. It's teaching people to learn the new standards, learn the new technology, understand DLT, understand crypto-driven, blockchain-based systems that are going to digitize trade documents. This is huge. You could see everything being put into place, everything, all the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place and creating this huge picture that's leading us all the way back to XDC. This is very exciting. And we also do see over here from Marina over on Twitter, Lua222. Next stop, Germany, MLETR. And I agree when we look at this. So first off, this next slide, like this slide, is all in German. And this is from ICC Germany. This is on October 7th, 2022. But this we could actually kind of pop up in a new image tab. I know that we can't really see it too much, but I'll zoom in just so that you guys can actually kind of see it. So under the presidencies of UK and of Germany, G7 countries endorsed twice MLETR and started a process for its adoption in the G7 and beyond. The work on the electronic trade documents bill in the UK has been well documented. Now it is time for Germany. German law already foresaw the issuance of of certain transferable commercial documents in electronic form, such as bills of lading, but missing an implementing regulation. Those provisions have not been implemented. A working group coordinated has prepared 2 proposals for the consideration of the German Federal Ministry of Justice. One contains the implementation or implementing regulation, and the other legally enables the issuance of electronic certificates of insurance, which had not been foreseen so far. These proposals have been endorsed by ICC Germany and a number of other industry associations, in particular from transport, banking, and insurance sectors. They are all significantly inspired by MLATR while respecting existing national and relevant EU legislation. Timeline for finalization depends on the external factors, but could happen in the next months. Very exciting. This may be a turning point for paperless trade in Germany, Europe, and beyond. Thanks for all of those who have worked and will work towards this milestone. Guys, everything is happening so fast. This is extremely exciting. We do see over here from Crypto KJ2, the bear market is allowing digitization and tokenization to bridge and replace legacy systems. Don't get pushed out of crypto because of negative headlines. Be patient. Remember, initiatives like this, TFDI, have been paving the way for years. And by the way, back to what I was saying in the beginning of this video, where we were seeing a ton of FUD coming up around these tokens that, these individuals just don't realize what is happening. Here you guys have a comment. XDC network is not XDC token, no utility. Thanks for the education. I know nothing about XDC or the XDC network. Please continue to share your knowledge. These people that think that the token doesn't have utility are the same people that will say that QNT as a token don't have utility. But guess what? Not only is QNT up 3x from its lows back in June, but it is one of the most fundamental tokens out there that has the most utility under it, and it has 33% less supply than Bitcoin. These individuals will lose out on making massive life-changing wealth simply because they are not doing enough research. XDC as a token is the liquidity source and settlement token on the entire Xinfin network. It powers the network, and I really do believe that at some point in time, we are going to see a lot more movement on the entire network, specifically around these, use cases that we've been talking about for a while. But you can see how fast things are taking over, how fast things are moving. And I told you guys, pay attention to sustainability around this market, because that's what's going to push a lot of these things. But also, economically, all of the major financial systems around the world are having a major rough time right now. They're getting hit hard by inflation. They need to save money every way they possibly can. And how will these, major businesses, companies, corporations, banks, financial institutions, all of them save major amounts of money? Well, you do electronic bills. It cuts out a massive amount of money. We've talked about this. And this is also majorly centered on SMEs as well. SMEs are the big one here, which do account for 90% of the global trade market. Yeah, those are being fully disrupted by Xinfin officially. Like, Xinfin has said that they are focused on that, especially with trade tech. So things are moving fast. Things are getting very exciting. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.